guys, and welcome back to Mika Reacting Reviews to things on the internet. Same day, same shirt, a different video. And today we're returning to Maher. You guys seem to enjoy the video, so I'm gonna keep uploading them when he has something smart to say. And anyway, today we're gonna be reacting to his video called Stop Kowtowing to China. So we're gonna get right into it. But before you do, if you like this type of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program or my brand new Patreon. Different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, here we go.
And finally, new rule: someone has to tell China, you can steal our trade secrets, our software, and our intellectual property, but we draw the line at our hot freestyle skiers. Now, if you've been like me over the past few weeks, glued to your TV watching the Olympics, that makes exactly two of us. We knew there were shithole countries, but who knew there was a shithole superpower? But I'm sure you've heard about American citizen Eileen Gu, the beautiful model, influencer, and now gold medal winning skier who was born and raised here in America, but who chose to ski in the Olympics for China. Cool, huh? Is it? Is that cool now? To choose to represent a totalitarian police state over America? The Olympics pretends to only be about sports, but of course the games have always been a bit of a proxy war for which country has the best system. And by choosing Team China, Eileen Gu became a living symbol of China's triumph over the West, which wouldn't bother me so much if I thought China had triumphed over us in the ways that really matter, but they haven't. Now, we do have human rights issues right here at home, we do, but we're still, at least for another 3 years, a democracy based on freedom. And they are an authoritarian surveillance state based on how'd you like to disappear for a few months? Like that tennis player who recently vanished for a while when she said she'd been raped by a government official. We do still throw too many black people in jail, but perspective matters. China has basically jailed an entire ethnic minority, the Uyghurs, a situation that both the Trump and Biden administrations has called a genocide. America is not close to that, and it's a cynical dodge to pretend that China's sins should be overlooked because we all do it. No. In 1997, Britain returned Hong Kong to China with an agreement that from Beijing, that Hong Kong could retain its free press, honest courts, and democratic government. Well, they lied. Democracy and freedom are being crushed there, and China doesn't want anyone to talk about it. And because so much money is involved, no one does. 2 years ago, when the general manager of the Houston Rockets, Daryl Morey, tweeted, "Fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong," he was forced to apologize. In America, we're supposed to root for democratic government, not apologize for it. But the NBA has a television deal with China worth $1.5 billion. So LeBron James said Morey needed to be educated on the situation. The situation being, I got some shoes to sell.
All right, stopping it there, he said a lot. First of all, they have stolen intellectual properties from us for years now, decades, and probably is to continue need to steal intellectual property from us with the help of probably insiders in the United States itself. I'm not really in the thought of like, just because it's someone else's country or someone else's culture that you are not allowed to criticize it. And I think that's what a lot of people tend to sort of like throw their hands up and say, well, I can't have an opinion because it's not my country and it's not my culture, so I can't have an opinion. A lot of leftists, a lot of progressives, and Democrats like to use that to cover up their own hypocrisy, where they keep screaming about all the travesties that happened in the past and that you try to pretend it's still happening now in the United States or in the West, but completely cover their eyes and play dumb and blind and stupid when it's still going on in other countries now. Like there's actual slavery still going on right now in other countries, but we keep badgering on about the slavery that happened hundreds of years ago in America, right? But, you know, I can't judge another country, another culture, and to some extent, I agree with that. But when it comes to, like, severe human rights violations, you can have an opinion. And so I feel like a lot of celebrities do that. Well, oh, I don't know, it's not my country, it's not my culture, I don't know, I'm not educated on it. Where, just be honest, it's about the cha-ching, it's about the coins, it's about the money. And so you're willing to sell your soul to be able to continue to fill your pockets, which is not surprising when it comes to celebrity, because most of them have sold their souls anyway. So why are we shocked when they don't have really any morals or ethics, but they virtue signal when it's cool or trendy to have morals or ethics, right? LeBron James will kneel and talk about masks and all those things, but he keeps taking money from a country that is literally like killing and imprisoning an entire group of people based on their religion. So, I don't know. And so, yeah, like everybody knows like that skier, she kind of either gave up her American citizenship to play for China, or she's just playing for China, and China is loving it because she looks more American, where they completely threw the Chinese looking girl who, like the ice skater, who gave up her American citizenship to play for China, and she fell a few times during her performance, and they completely threw her under the bus because she actually looks Chinese, and we all know some like racism issue going on over there. And yeah, no one's watching the Olympics, which I'm actually really happy about, because like there's a global situation going on right now that people have been suffering, dying from for the last 2 years. That's like at least a big chunk of it is someone's fault, and they never even took any accountability for it or apologized for it whatsoever, but they get to host the Olympics. So I'm glad that not only the West, but the world has decided to say, yeah, no, fuck you, fuck off, we're not watching. And it's funny how, like, when Trump said shithole country, everybody screamed, wee! But when Bill Maher says it, he gets applause. Like, it's funny how everyone's using like Trump's like old language, like shithole country and fake news and stuff like that, Sleepy Joe. Yeah, like, so he's made a mark. But I'm glad that Bill Maher at least gave him some credit, and Biden credit for saying that the Uyghur situation was genocide. Too bad no one's acting on it. Well, Trump tried to act on it, like he was trying to stop working so much with China and, you know, bring jobs back to American factories, but you know, America owes China so much money. We are so indebted to China that, like, literally, what the title of this video is Stop Kowtowing to China. Literally, that's all other countries have to do, and the power that China seemingly hold will literally crumble. The reason why they seem to hold so much power is because other countries keep bowing down and kowtowing to this country, because they have such a high population that a lot of people make a lot of money off of their product and their entertainment and their influence if they can get the Chinese audience. So anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get back into it.
Kowtow is a Chinese word, but boy, Americans have gotten good at it. For years, Google proudly refused to kowtow to Chinese censors, adopting the slogan, "Don't be evil." But the Chinese market proves so lucrative that, well, okay, a little evil. That's the deal China offers American companies and celebrities. We'll give you access to our billion-plus consumers as long as you shut up about the whole police-state genocide thing. John Cena took that deal. Well, come on, China accounts for 34% of global box office, and he's a movie star now. So, like the Uyghurs, last year he learned he needed to get some re-education. You see, John, referred to Taiwan as a country as if it was a separate country from China, which it is. But China would like to do to Taiwan what it did to Tibet and what it's now doing to Hong Kong. So we were treated to this video.
我必须说，现在就是很重要。 我爱更尊重中国更中国人，我狠狠抱歉对我的错误。
And I thought steroids shrunk your balls.
You know, people can say a lot of shitty things about Bill Maher. Like, I get it. A lot of people still think he's a grifter. A lot of people think he's sold out. A lot of people think he just sees the writing on the wall and he doesn't want to go down a sinking ship. And maybe that's all true. You know what I mean? A lot of people blame him for the cultural shift that we have seen happen. But honestly, when someone really stands up for like what's right, you should applaud that person. And so many people in Hollywood, even people who are not like, even just like small YouTubers won't criticize China for what they have done because they're terrified, and they sold their soul, their morals, their standards, and their principles, and it doesn't really matter. And so like the fact that there's someone that is in Hollywood, and of course I know he has fuck you money, and I get it, but like he's still is saying what is right. Taiwan is a country. Tibet got fucked over. You know, Hong Kong got fucked over. You know, China is committing mass genocide, sterilization, re-education, imprisoning a bunch of people. And if fucking YouTube censors this shit that I'm saying right now, you also stand by that crap, because that's fucked up. That people are even scared to talk about facts and like what's happening right now. And so like, if I get a strike for this or YouTube takes this down, just know when I'm back on the channel, I'll let you know that YouTube stands by this stuff, all right? Because that's messed up. Like, you can't even, it's just, Americans, Westerners, we love to just like preach about the past. Now America's so bad because the past and the past. But what's happening currently, you don't want to talk about, because then you actually have to put your money where your mouth is. Then you actually have to like have some action behind your words. But if you talk about the past, you can just virtue signal and look like a good person without actually doing anything about it. It's really fucked up. Anyway, let's continue.
Wowee, when a country can make your big, muscly, macho man action stars grovel in their language, you know you're somebody's bitch. In the original Top Gun, Tom Cruise wore a bomber jacket with the flags of several Asian countries that are our allies sewn on the back. Well, the flag for Taiwan has now magically disappeared for the upcoming Top Gun Maverick. Well, he used to be a maverick. Now he does whatever China says. So can you really blame 18-year-old Eileen Gu, who's already made over $31 million as the face of 23 brand products in China, for following in the footsteps of other American celebrities? Some of Gu's defenders say it's racist to ask if she's still an American citizen, and she herself won't say. Why is that racist? Why was it racist to think that COVID might have originated from a lab leak as opposed to from eating bats? Besides the fact that the idea that COVID came from eating gross, weird food seems way more racist than the idea that it came from a high-tech lab.
Did you say 21 to 31 million? That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I mean, I think that would be hard for a lot of people to turn down, especially an 18-year-old who's probably also getting pressure and pushback from her own family and the people around her. That's a lot of money, but still, you're standing by a country that's committing mass genocide, or at least imprisoning people for their religious beliefs. I don't know, that's something that she has to live with, and something she has to sleep on, I guess, on her piles of money. And yeah, it's not racist to criticize the government of China. If anybody thinks that, you have a tiny IQ or a tiny brain, or you worship your identity politics over what's right and factual and what's true. It is not, just like it's not racist or hateful to criticize American government or any other government. Right? I personally actually feel bad for Chinese people. I have no hate for Chinese people. I have Chinese friends. I mean, that's like the whole thing of saying I have black friends, even as I was saying it. But anyway, like, it's not racist to criticize the country's government or their political system or their policies or anything like that. I mean, I guess it depends what's your motivation behind it, but yeah. And I agree with the whole thing. For some reason, people thought it was more racist to say that the situation was caused by a lab leak, but not racist to say, like, ew, they were eating bats. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. Again, it's just identity politics. Anyway, let's continue.
Besides that, the definition of woke was supposed to be being alert to injustice in society. But because the woke now see race first and everything else never, fear of being accused of racism has given a free pass on human rights abuses to China and any other places that are perceived as non-white. If China was in Europe, would they get away with having concentration camps without more of an outcry from America? If men were forcing women to wear this in, say, Massachusetts, would that go as unremarked on as it does? The Chinese classify transgender as a mental illness. They just edited Friends episode so that Ross's wife is definitely not a lesbian. How would that go over here? Didn't Martin Luther King say an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere?
Yeah, this is because it's not about ethics, morals, principles, or values, or even standards. It's about identity politics. This does not work with my identity politics that I worship like my Lord and Savior, so I'm going to just turn a blind eye to it. And it's right, like, people see race and they see nothing else after that. You know what I mean? People blame, like, I know the situation that's going on in the Black community all on race instead of, like, the fact that single parenthood is over 70%. Like, that has nothing to do with it. It's all racism. People see the failure of democratic-led cities and states on race, but not just the failure of the leaders of those cities and states, because they stop right there, and that's why nothing ever gets fixed and nothing ever gets done, because you can blame, again, it's the same thing, it's only focusing on the past, because you don't actually have to do anything about it. You don't actually have to prove you stand by what you say, right? So if I just say racism, that's kind of like the boogeyman. Like, I don't really have to do anything. I could just scream it and yell it. But if I say, like, hey, our policies and the way we lead is broken, oh great, now I actually have to put my money with my mouth. Now I actually have to put my money where my mouth is and actually have to put myself out there. So people scream things that are kind of like untangible, so they don't actually have to do anything about it, right? If he's correct that they in China deemed transgenderism or any gender dysphoria is classified as a mental disorder, but that get attacked in America, but in China it's free to fly, because it's like, well, it's not my culture and it's not my country, so I can't say anything. Anyway, let's continue.
Can we still quote him? In 2020, NBA players wore jerseys that said freedom, speak up, and justice. But I guess those things only matter for home games. Sorry, Uyghurs. Someone has to tell me where we got this rule that you can't criticize China, because I suspect we got it from China.
And it's the fact that, again, we have so much identity politics going on right now. China actually plays on that. China plays on that, but they don't actually follow that themselves. There's actually, like, you can actually literally discriminate in China. Like, you can literally have a sign in your window in China and say, no Indians, no blacks, no Africans. That is literally okay. There's been pictures all over Google about it. Google it yourself. But here, they play on the fact that we worship identity politics and we're so terrified of being labeled a racist. So they play on that so to keep us from criticizing the mass injustice that's going on over there. It just makes no sense. Like, let's continue.
Because after all, it's where we get everything else.
Oh, that was it. Alright guys, that was Bill Maher. Stop kowtowing to China. We'll see if this video actually makes it onto YouTube. Let me know, guys. I guess, I don't know, like, I don't know if YouTube is kowtowing to China. I have no idea, so we'll see if it gets uploaded. But anyway, guys, tell me guys, what do you think of the video? What Bill Maher said, what I said? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get your notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, subscribe. And another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle or live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye!